Am I the asshole for refusing to stop spoiling my daughter? Me and my ex Haley split up amicably because she came out as lesbian. She is now married to Jane and they have 2 daughters together, Rose and Mel 14 and 10F. Me and Haley also have 50-50 custody of our daughter, Anna. Now, to start, every person involved in the story except possibly me is an amazing person. I truly love Haley and her wife and view them as dear friends. The issue, however, involves the amount of money I spend on my daughter Anna. I am fairly well off thanks to working for years on my business, and I like to buy my daughter the best of the best. She is also not bratty and doesn't act spoiled. She always shares the stuff that I get her: designer bags, dresses, tech, even her new car with her stepsisters, and they have an amazing relationship. I also make sure to buy equally expensive gifts for all 3 girls when it comes to special occasions, as a good family friend should. However, my daughter has a much bigger allowance than her stepsisters, and that obviously shows in the stuff she buys for herself. So far, I had not heard any complaints from anyone. That is until Haley came over the other day to talk, and asked me if I can tone down Anna's allowance a bit. I asked why, and she told me Jane's sister was worried when she found out about the arrangement. She believes you can't raise kids in one household with different lifestyles without creating resentment, and while they may have an amazing relationship now, that might change when the 2 girls get older and start to understand concepts like wealth and class. However, I think that applies more to situations where one side of the family is starving and the other is fed with a silver spoon, not discrepancies in the amount of Taylor Swift merch owned, especially since Anna always shares. She also is not allowed to spend her money on traditionally family experiences like Disneyland or trips without offering it to the girls. Frankly, I worked hard for my money and shouldn't be obligated to consider the impact on another family's dynamic before spending it. And there is no evidence that their relationship is suffering as a result of money. But on the other hand, I'm worried about what if Jane's sister is right, and if this could be planting seeds of resentment. If that is true, I'd rather my daughter have a better relationship with her sisters than a larger allowance. AITA: if I refuse to stop spoiling my daughter? Please be brutally honest. Big not the asshole, and Jane's sister need to mind her own business. It's up to Haley and Jane with your help, which it sounds like you would give willingly, to raise their kids to realize difference in circumstances, wealth, class etc., and what is really important. TBH, it sounds like Jane's sister is jealous and is the one who's going to cause resentment amongst the family, so I would tell her to keep her opinion to herself. It's completely up to you how you spend your money. Not the asshole. It's your money and you can spend it however you want. Should any problems arise, it's Jane and Haley's jobs as the parents to explain to their kids why the dynamics work as they do. It wouldn't be fair to basically change the way you spend money on your daughter. Edit to correct spelling. Not the asshole. Jane's sister, however, needs to stick her nose in someone else's business, preferably her own. If the girls don't have a problem with Anna's allowance now, they probably won't in the future. Add in, Anna will probably be going off to university soon, and then living on her own. None of the kids' standard of living is impacted by Anna having a larger allowance than her step-siblings, so honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. Edit to correct daughter's name. Not the asshole. Jane's sister sounds like a busybody who goes around solving imaginary problems. Also, Reddit demands footage of Mel driving Anna's car, since she always shares the stuff that I get her: designer bags, dresses, tech, even her new car with her stepsisters. Not the asshole. I have no idea why your ex would tell you she's relaying a message about your relationship with your data from her sister-in-law, except maybe to telegraph that it's okay for you to not take the request seriously. Maybe there's an issue, maybe there isn't. But the good news is that either way, it's not your problem. It's your ex-wife's problem managing her own family. There are many solutions, and in none of them is it your responsibility to change how you treat your daughter. or it's sweet that you spoil all of them and try to be fair with it. Nah, not the asshole. If the girls are doing fine, let it be. Jane's sister is looking for issues rather than spotting legitimate ones. Not the asshole. Jane's sister is probably just jealous. You guys have all done well for yourself. This is not something to worry about. Nah. Things can't be the same in combined families, and your daughter is already 17. She'll be out of home before you know it. Since your daughter is very nearly an adult, maybe this could be an opportunity to start discussing money, making budgets, and trying to save for bigger things she needs. She'd still be receiving the same allowance but wouldn't be flashing cash as much in front of the younger girls. If you are currently spoiling her your words, teaching financial responsibility along with it will set her up well for her future. Not the asshole. This wasn't even a problem till the nosy sister stuck her nose in where it doesn't belong. That sister needs to mind her own business. Not the asshole. You sound like a good dad and it's nice that you include the other kids. But your first priority is Anna and you have every right to spoil your daughter the way you like. Sounds like Jane's sister is bitter and jealous about how amicable you all handled the situation. Not the asshole. Keep doing what you're doing. Yes, you're being generous but you're also assessing whether that generosity is doing harm. That's important, and good parenting. Jane's sister is making judgments on parenting choices based on her assumptions and prejudices. If the dynamic is working for all of you, then Jane's sister can be ignored or told to mind her own business by Jane. If you are going to drop her money, could you just save it and give it to her when she starts college? Not the asshole. Everyone is okay with things except for your ex-wife's new wife's sister, who has nothing to do with your relationship with your daughter. Your daughter shares things with her stepsisters. You even buy expensive gifts for them as well on special occasions. You are allowed to spoil your own daughter a bit. Not the asshole, but listening to a good old Jane's sister is an amazing way to cause resentment. Your daughter knows and understands her luxurious life and share that with her sisters. Now say you take that away and say, oh, you can't have this anymore because some people believe it will make your sisters feel unequal. Who's gonna feel like they are below the others? Your daughter. Even if you don't word it this way, the kids will still feel it some way or another. The kids know they have different parents, which means differences in how you live. Nothing will change that. Not the asshole. That would be Jane's intrusive sister who sounds jealous. It's fantastic you buy for all three girls and not just Anna. You've done something right because Anna shares with her sisters also. Keep giving Anna the same. If it becomes an issue, it's up to Jane and Haley to explain. Anna has a father who can provide things they can't. Not the asshole. Who TF cares what Jane thinks until Jane miraculously becomes your daughter's mother? She don't get an opinion. Not the asshole. Toning down her allowance isn't going to change the fact that she is more well off than her sisters. Will you be asked to not help her with college expenses, buying a house, funding a wedding, etc. because your ex and her wife can't afford to do the same for their kids? Are you supposed to not leave her a big fat inheritance in your will just because her sisters won't have the same from their parents? You are giving your daughter the best life you can while managing to teach her how to be a sweet, caring, mindful person, and that's exactly part of a parent's job. Not the asshole. Why your daughter will have to pay for UX choice? First of all, why is she obligated to share? You are her father. She does not have to pay for adult choice. Too bad for her stepsister, but it absolutely not your problem, and asking that your daughter have less just to cuddle the stepsister is insane. I am sad for her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Tell your ex and Jane not to create problems where there are none in your co-parenting relationship. You're all doing amazingly well. You and Jane need to stand up for themselves, Anna and you in this case, and tell the sister to back off. While I can see where she is coming from, but this is your money. You do with it as you please. As the girls grow older, it is up to them to teach them what really matters. Family or money. Not the asshole.